I have to blame it on my big brother. I come from a non-sailing family. My big brother, when he was about 11 years old, came home from school. One of his mates was a sailor, and more specifically went up to my parents and said, I want to get a Flying 11, I want to get into sailing. And sure enough, a few years later, I followed my two older brothers and fell in love with the sport. I suppose the thing I started Huntersville Sailing Club, which is a small little volunteer club on the start of the Parramatta River in Sydney. And what was the beautiful thing that I found was just the camaraderie I had with the fellow kids my age, with even older kids that I aspired to be like. And I remember there was one guy there called Phil Briggs. He was like the legend of the club, and his stories and sailing history was certainly legendary status when I was an 8-year-old starting out, and I just wanted to be like him. Hi, I'm Malcolm. Welcome to the Yachting Australia second video newsletter. In this newsletter we're going to be talking about discoversailing.org.au in more depth.
In the federal government funding program called Pathways to Success, Yachting Australia applied for 3 major projects and was successfully funded for them. The first of those was TACAs, the rollout of a national junior program. Second was Sailability, a program which is about integrating people of all abilities into our sport in a much more inclusive way. And thirdly was a new entry brand program for the broad marketing of the sport to the Australian public, and at the time that was unnamed. Subsequently, as a result of significant research that was undertaken through Gemba, that program's been named and titled Discover Sailing. The Discover Sailing program is about promoting the affordability, the accessibility, the fun, the adventure, the safety and the friendliness of sailing to the whole Australian public. There are a number of key initiatives within the program. The first of those is the creation of a new National Discover Sailing Day and a range of Discover Sailing Days to be conducted by individual clubs. Secondly, there will be a Discover Sailing Experience. This is a new initiative that will involve a 3-hour on-water sailing experience for any member of the Australian public, conducted at an accredited Discover Sailing Club and run by a qualified Yachting Australia instructor. That program is a stepping stone to the Yachting Australia Learn to Sail programs. As part of Discover Sailing, we will also be representing and rebranding all of the existing Yachting Australia training schemes to language that is more appropriate to communicating the fundamental messages. Another key part of the Discover Sailing program is much greater promotion of the opportunity of crewing. We all know that the vast majority of Australians that sail don't own a boat, and therefore incur very little cost in participating in this sport. So one of the things we'll be doing as part of this program is promoting much more the crewing opportunity and creating a crew matching service to make it easier for people interested in sailing to actually join in with a boat that's actually looking for crew. A fourth part of the initiative, of course, is how we actually drive people to clubs and assist clubs to be ready to respond to those visitors with proper hosting, much better induction processes, and generally raising the profile of the social and hospitality aspects along that line of inclusive and welcoming that we've all heard talked about. So if you're a club official watching this video, interested more in what's going on, we'd first of all encourage you to look at the Yachting Australia website, because that's where we'll hold a lot of the content about these programs. But for the practical support, the day-to-day communication, we'd encourage you to call your state or territory association and work closely with them about the programs that we're developing.